Hello everyone, this is what it's like to be an essential worker during the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020. I start off my day contemplating my life choices and wondering if customers will be stingy today when they're willing to put workers' lives in danger but aren't willing to compensate for their service. After that, I sanitize some face masks to keep as replacements just in case. And after that, I head to work. This is my sanitation kit. There's disinfectant wipes, extra masks, some gloves, and of course hand sanitizer, and occasionally a snack. I always make sure to wipe down all surfaces that I typically touch during my shift. That includes the steering wheel, the console, all bits and pieces, my mirror, my handles and stuff like that, even the outside door handles, to ensure that I don't contaminate myself and others. Drivers will typically work within the same city limits. All drivers must first report to the office to make sure they get everything they need for their shift. Hi. Whoever's working at the office needs to take our temperature every single day before we work.
Gloves and mask, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
We get a pouch to store all our receipts in, and we also get this fancy Amex card to pay for all food. We also get some gloves and of course a mask, which is mandatory for us to wear. These are our thermals. We get a big one and also a pizza bag. This is where we must store all the food during our shift. This is the app that we use to handle all of our orders. It shows the restaurant we're meant to pick up from, what food items were ordered, and where to deliver them. Once we arrive at the restaurant, we must maintain social distancing from other customers. When someone is able to assist us, we'll tell them our order number and they'll check us out.
598. Thank you. Have a good one.
Before I go though, I must cross-check the receipt they gave me with the one on the app to make sure the restaurant didn't forget anything. Because we're in the middle of a pandemic, we are now doing no contact deliveries. We just put the bag on the ground, ring the doorbell, wait for acknowledgement, and then leave. Some restaurants will keep our card on file, but this one does not, so I need to wait until someone else is available to check me out. That jingle indicates that someone has placed an order via Delivery Dudes.
Hi.
Can somebody take line 2, please? What's the card number, sir?
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good one.
Once I'm back in my car, I double check the receipt, and once I make sure everything is correct, I pull up the customer's address. Once again, I put the food down, and I knock on the door, and then I wait until acknowledgement. Then wait a little bit more. There we go. I'm just vibing. Nothing could ruin my mood now. You gotta be shitting me. Are you kidding? I've been dreading doing a personal shopper order since they started doing it. I've heard nothing but terrible things. It's just doing someone else's grocery shopping, but apparently it takes a really long time for little to no compensation. And of course I get it in the one grocery store I have never shopped in. Freaking Whole Foods. Too fancy for me. Join me in my struggle. Finding the vegetables was the only easy part about this. She literally wants so many specific types of meat. Had to ask a nice worker to help me out.
Thank you.
She wanted either ground veal or ground pork. Well, there's no veal, so pork it is, I guess. 1 packet of smoked salmon, here we go. A bunch of cheeses I definitely don't know how to pronounce. Tell me how I spent 10 minutes looking for buffalo mozzarella because it's what she wanted, but I couldn't see it on the shelf. I finally had to Google it because I didn't know what it was. I literally can't find anything, God help me.
Excuse me? Where can I find yogurt?
Yogurt?
Yeah.
Go a few aisles down.
She also wanted a really specific type of yogurt, which took me a while to find. Can this lady please just order normal things?
Excuse me? Do you guys have pretzel hamburger buns?
We do. They're over here.
It's crazy how there's still so many shelves that are empty. I just want to know where white people hide the spices.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, that took me so much more longer than I thought it would. Took me about an hour and a half to find everything I needed, and I spent about $130. Okay, signs like that are actually really cute and very much appreciated. Alright, so leave the food, ring the doorbell, and await contact. Alright, so I just did another personal shopper, and this person literally just ordered wine, just 4 bottles of wine, so we'll see how that goes.
So if you could just...
Okay. 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 Being a delivery dude means a lot of driving and a lot of waiting for the next order. You'll probably have to deal with some unusual things like curbside pickup, which was definitely not a thing before the coronavirus. But you'll still deal with the annoying customer.
Have a good one.
You'll get to drive through the most beautiful neighborhoods. And you'll wait some more for your next order and badly recreate TikTok dances. But freak out when someone walks right by you. One of the many things I've had to deal with as an essential worker is the countless policy changes regarding safety, sanitation, and compensation. Delivery Dudes has been doing no contact orders for a few weeks now. There has been so many policy changes regarding delivery fees and tipping that it's hard to keep track. Before the coronavirus, the drivers would give the customers our phones, and through the Dude app, they could choose between one of the 4 options to tip: 15%, 20%, 25%, or custom, and then sign for it. The first week since implementing no contact delivers, drivers would get an automatic 15% tip on all orders, or the customer could tip a different amount. This was fantastic news for me, and I thought it was such a great idea for Delivery Dudes to implement such a good thing to ensure the employees were taken care of. But everything changed when customers started to complain. Now, customers can add a tip before they check out, and they've added more tipping options to expand from the original 4. They now added 5%, 10%, 15%, 18%, 20%, and 25%, and custom. You'd think that because we're in a pandemic, people would be a little more generous and understanding, but no. People are even more selfish than usual. Most of them tip 10% or less. Before, drivers were making about $100 per shift, and now they are making barely $40, sometimes less. The only thing that makes this job worthwhile are customers who leave notes outside their doors and those who tip generously. So, if you're ordering delivery, please take this video into consideration and be nice to your delivery driver. There's no excuse for someone not to compensate a worker for a service they provide you, especially during a pandemic.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
I personally still see a lot of people trying to congregate with their friends, which is really, really bad in my opinion. Shouldn't really be doing that during a pandemic. Once we're done for the day, we're to return to the office to cash out. We staple all the receipts together and return our thermals. And there you have it. The life of a delivery worker during an international pandemic.